We are going to start with our base container. This is a Crystal Light drink container. It's probably the Walmart brand. And a styrofoam ball. This is a large one. You wouldn't need one quite this large, but I'm going to do a 70th birthday, so I might put 70 suckers on it, so I wanted a larger base. I don't know if you can tell, but I put a bag of sand in this. It's just like a cookie tower bag that I would put cookies in. Filled it with some clean sand that I had. And I'm trying to weight this. I've used rocks from outdoors, anything heavy that I can find. I hope the sand is going to be heavy enough. I don't want this to tip. So what I did is I took my crocodile. Well, first I took my styrofoam ball and I pushed it down onto this quite a ways. Probably can't tell here, but it's down well over an inch. And that allowed me to kind of see where I wanted to punch my holes. So then I just roughly marked it and I took my crocodile and I punched a hole. I'm trying to figure out a way to secure this. I'm always worried that the top is going to fall off. So what I'm going to try doing is adding some wire. Usually when I do a video, I do the video after I've made the project. Well, this time I'm kind of going to film as I go because I don't really want to make another one right now. So you'll just have to bear with me. I don't feel like I'm zoomed out enough here. Hang on one second. Well, it says it's max. Okay, well, we'll have to work with it. So what I was going to do, we'll see how this works. I have a long piece of just floral wire. I know I'm kind of off camera here. I'm going to put it through the holes. I'm going to put each end through and leave a big piece in the middle. And my wire is way too long, but that was when I was thinking of wrapping it around, and I've come up with a bunch of different ideas. I don't know if any of them are going to work. It actually, with pushing the styrofoam ball in this narrow container so far down, that actually was feeling like it might stay pretty good. Now see, the issue I'm going to have here is my wires with the hole. Hold on one second while I fiddle with this. Okay, I've got that pretty tight. I want to line this up in my hole that I already created. Okay, my wire is up over the top and it's down through it and it's coming out of the hole. I'm just going to take it back up, follow that same wire. Okay, so what I've ended up doing is I went over, I stuck it back through the hole so that my two tails were on one side and twisted them good. Feels really secure. I think I'm going to feel better about that. Now what I'm going to do is I want to cover my ball with tissue paper. The paper that I've chosen, the pattern paper, I couldn't find tissue to match it. So I'm just going to go with white, play it safe. I just wrapped it down around it. I'm going to grab some curling ribbon. I've just tied a knot and now I'm just going to cut off all the extra foof that's around it. Okay, my tissue paper is all the way around. I've tied it with a curling ribbon and I've just cut off the extra. Now I'm going to cover this with a piece of pattern paper. Your measurement's going to be different. Just measure what it is. This is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use my hot glue gun. I've been using my hot glue gun a lot lately just because it holds really well. We'll see how I can do on camera here. That was just the stand. Okay, I've got it relatively straight. I'm going to use my glue gun. Put a line there. Get it in the stand so it doesn't fall again. Okay. Hold that and give it a minute to really set up. Probably should have gotten a little closer to my edge, but I didn't want glue spilling out. So, okay, so now I'm ready to add my suckers. Now, usually I just used suckers with curling ribbon around them, but Kathy Orta from Paper Phenomenon had Tootsie Pops that she had made into flowers, and they were really, really, really cute. So I did the same thing with my blow pops. I'm not going to go in depth on how to do that. I'll show you quickly, but you can go to her blog if you need more instructions. These are flowers that were cut from Georgian Basic Shapes at 2.5. They're the same flower. You cut one of the petals off. Then you just need to put some glue, just a little bit, not much at all. You don't want to burn yourself. You're going to fold that together. So now you have a little 3-petaled cone. Let me move that out of the way. you need to curl back your edges. I've been using a little paintbrush handle. You could use a stylus, you could use a chopstick, whatever you have handy. You just want to roll those back to give them some shape. The double one is a little tough. You have to kind of really bend that. You're going to take a pair of scissors and you're going to cut the tip off the cone because you need to insert your sucker. Make sure you cut enough off so you can really get your sucker in there. And take your sucker, push it right down in. Then you take your next one. You need to cut a little X in the middle. Either fold it with your scissors, or I just use my little X-Acto knife. You want to curl the edges of these. I'm just doing it really quick here. You can fiddle more if you want. Okay, then you're going to take your sucker that has the middle piece on it. You're going to put some hot glue around the base of that. Don't touch it. Take your flower, insert the stem, push it way up there, and you just have to kind of form it to the sucker. You have to hold it while it dries. But this will help fill a lot. A lot of times when I do the sucker bouquets, there's a lot of blank space, which I don't like. That's why I tie curling ribbon around a lot of mine. Sometimes I'll just put some wire around some curling ribbon to fill in the holes, but I think this is really going to help. I have, I think, 8 of these that I'm going to center around it, space them out. Then I've got little suckers to fill in with. So I'm going to stop the camera and get some of that done, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I have all of my blow pops in. I've got the flowered ones, and the rest of the bag of blow pops are all in with curling ribbon, just tied on around the base and on there. Now I'm just going to fill in with dum-dums. They're not my favorite. I like the little airhead suckers, but Walmart didn't have any this time, so I'm just going to use little dum-dums and fill all the little bare spots in.